job of an asset manager is identifying the bottlenecks and finding solutions to those bottlenecks. If I don't verify what's really happening, it's tough to identify the right issues. Now, 22nd, another example, the visibility of signage. It is a key component to driving traffic to my property, the signage and the visibility of the signage. Now, in the evening, it's crucial that there's enough ample lighting throughout the property, but also on the signage advertising. The signage advertising of the property. Most of the time, the property management staff, they're only there during the daylight hours and they're gone before it's even dark. So it is not often they will be able to identify issues with lighting, and they may assume it works if there are no complaints. Now, it's important to verify my signage visibility and if it is well lit so that people can see it. I may think that the signage is just not driving traffic to the leasing office, when in fact, it could just be the simple lighting that is the issue. 23rd, make things measurable and traceable. Famous saying again, if I cannot measure it, I cannot manage it. If I cannot measure it, how do you expect I would manage it? 24th, owning or operating a multifamily apartment is operating a multi-million-dollar business. I repeat again, multi-million-dollar business, and should be run that way. 25th, if I want my business to excel and if I want to beat out my competition, this is what I must do. 26th, I must measure and I must track the performance of my property in multiple categories. This will allow me to get the information and data I need to make the good, solid business decision. Otherwise, all I'm doing is shooting in the dark, and that does not do me any good. 27, it is important to ensure the property management company understand this and make things measurable and traceable. 28th, example, my leads for the future residents are low. They're down. Oh my goodness. And I asked the property management company, what is going to drive more leads to my property? The property management simply replies, well, we will start marketing one. This is not measurable. This is not traceable. And this is not acceptable. Acceptable answer is, again, measurable and traceable. The property management company should say, we will market this on 3 platforms. Now, it will cost X this much, and we will provide a weekly report that tracks the results of the leads so we can see which platform is performing best. So this is the weekly report, and this is the number of leads. So for example, they advertise on apartments.com, they advertise on Zillow, they advertise on Turbo Tenant. Now, they should have the number of leads for apartments.com. They should have the number of leads for Zillow. They should have the number of leads for the Turbo Tenant on a weekly basis. The other thing I would ask my property management is, what is the cost per lead and what is the conversion? All right? Cost per lead and what is the conversion? 30th, document all calls and or meetings. Things get forgotten easily, and this is why documenting conversation matters. It allows me to go back and to keep track of things that needs to get done. Also, it helps me to hold the property management accountable. And this go back to things being traceable. So the recordings are very important. Every week, I need to document my conversations with a property management company in a spreadsheet. I need to create separate tabs for each week so I can go back to prior week. Follow-up in business is very important. If I am not following up on previous discussions with my property management, I will be surprised at how much is not getting done that I thought it was being done or is already done. 32nd, put systems in place. 33rd, if I'm a syndicator, I am managing OPM, other people's money, which means I better not be waiting for something to go wrong. 34th, I should instead be putting systems in place to always reduce or eliminate risk. I need to be proactive and never reactive. 36, I do not wait for the property management to tell me when something is not right. I need to see and I need to ask questions before things even go wrong. 37th, most managers by default are very reactive, in which is why I need the systems in place to help my team look to future and be prepared. 38, systems is another way to separate me from my competition. 39, managing properties is all about who puts on the most fires most efficiently and who reduces the number of fires they have. If I do this effectively, I will have a stronger business than my competition. Systems help me achieve this. Systems weave proactivity into my day-to-day functioning. All this won't seem so important when things are going well. Now, when things are going wrong, I will wish I had systems in place in advance. 40th, waiting for things to go wrong is a bad idea. Things will not always go according to plan, which is why being proactive is important and it allows me to recover much faster than others. 41, speeds implementation. 41, property visits. I must visit my property to check in on the property manager. If I do not, how will I really know what is going on with the renovations, with the projects, and the overall conditions of the property? The others visit their property every other week until major work has been completed. But if I live in the area, I will visit it every day or every few days in a week. Because why? This is a multi-million-dollar business. Others, once it is stabilized, we visit once per month. Now, if I am in the area and I live 2, 3 minutes, 30 minutes down, I will visit it more often. Why? Because this is a multi-million-dollar business. The devil is in the detail. Remember, the devil is in the details, the granular details of things. If I'm not there seeing it for myself, I will not know the quality of work being done. Now, even if I'm there and I do not know what I'm looking for, then I'm like blindly looking. So it is important that I go there, but I also know what to look for, right? Pictures are not enough, as they can be taken at deceptive angles or can be doctored, especially with today's technology. 42nd, walk all vacant units and walk all units under renovation during every visit. I never know what I'm going to find or what the talking point will come up because of this. 43rd, if the property management companies I knows that I never visit, do you think they'll care? What incentive does it have to keep it in shape? So, what do you think? Never. You always have to go there and check your property. 44th, trust. Trust us when we say, trust the authors when they say, if I do not hold the property management company accountable, things will start to slip. And I agree 100%. 45, in addition to my planned visits, I need to show up at the property unplanned and announce as well. If my property management company knows when I'm coming, the property will look its best for my visit. It could be a surprise to discover what goes on day to day if I show up and announce. And if the property management companies give you a headache, gives you a problem because you show up there unannounced, they must be hiding something. You better think twice on your property management company. 48, the goal of this exercise is to understand how the property looks, feels, and operates. for my residents, my beloved residents, and for